People always ask me, why Saudi Arabia? Why do you like living in Saudi Arabia? What's it about Saudi Arabia? And this is always my answer to them, that if you come to a place and you have an open mind about that place, you will definitely find your way around that place. And you will definitely make that place livable for you. Now, I'm not even going to make excuses for how boring or how very difficult it is to adapt to this environment when you first come here, especially when you find yourself in the not so big cities of Saudi Arabia. But I know that one thing about Saudi, and what every person that is coming here has to have in mind, is that this place is vastly different from the Western world that you are used to. But irrespective of all that, I always like to see the lights at the end of the tunnel. And that's what I've come here to share today, looking beyond the negatives and focusing on the positives. And this is why I decided to make this video, to share with you why I love living in Saudi Arabia. And maybe, who knows, just maybe, you might be convinced to move to Saudi Arabia in 2023. Number one is security. Without a shred of doubt, Saudi Arabia is one of the safest countries in the world. I'm not even exaggerating. The level of security in this place is mind-blowing. For the past 3 years I've stayed in Saudi Arabia, I've not heard or seen or even heard that there's something like robbery attack or gunshot attack or car snatched at gunpoint or any of those things that you hear that is actually one place in most countries of the world. It's not obtainable here. Saudi Arabia has a high level of security, and I feel that this is actually something that has drawn foreigners to this place the more. People want to come to a place where they feel very safe. They want to come to a place where they feel very secure. People actually park their cars. They don't even have to lock their cars. They run to the mall, leave their cars running, and they enter the malls to get stuff without locking their cars. People leave their houses. They do not lock the door of their house. They leave it open. That's to tell you how very secure this place is. So for the past 3 years I've been here, I've had that sense of being safe. You know, I especially when it comes to like the normal crimes, no burglary attack, gunshot attack, and all those kind of attacks, all those robbery attacks and all that, those pilferings and all. I have not heard it here in Saudi, and I have not even seen it. And I know people who do not even lock their houses. Their houses, every time you come to the house, it's always open. That is to tell you that this place is extremely secure. Now, that is not security. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Then number 2, let's talk about modesty. Saudi very well passes for me as a society that is decent. Yeah. It's the fact that we live in a world that morals are depreciating. People no longer have the moral ground to dress decently. People just dress as they wish. People just do as they do. There's so much level of, decadence, and it's something that's actually worrisome, something that's concerning for me. I feel, Saudi is a country that, holds morality in a very high esteem, and I love it for them. That is one of the things I love about this place, is the fact that you cannot get up and dress as you want to dress. No. The fact that wearing an abaya is not compulsory doesn't take away the fact that you must be properly dressed. You have to. Even when you're not wearing an abaya, you have to be properly clothed. You have to be properly dressed. And that's one thing I love, that I can go to anywhere, move around. I don't see like half of the population dressing, in such an embarrassing way. You understand? Hey, but here, the morality, I love the fact that this place is a modest country. It's known for modesty, and it's something I appreciate, especially in a society where there is so much high level of decadence. There is so much, depreciation of morals. And yeah, this is one of the things I've come to love, I've come to accept, I've come to appreciate about this country. Then number 3, let's talk about good working benefits. If there is a country that has very enticing offers, it will be Saudi Arabia, because there are just so many interesting things that, will call your name. We will call you, come, I am calling you. It's actually here that you get to see those things. For example, free healthcare, for their employees, actually for government workers. There is actually free healthcare system, and that's a very impressive thing for me. It's free. You can have your child and nobody asks you, don't pay for anything, and then there are allowances that you get as a staff, as an employee working here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. There are some packages, some allowances that you're entitled to. Free tickets back home, it's something that is reasonable, something that makes sense. It's impressive that you get to travel home and you don't have to bother about paying. The ministry does the payment for you. So there's just so many beautiful packages. There might still be more, but then this one is quite enticing. You should jump on it. Number 4, let's talk about a tax-free salary. Tax-free salary. You guys, this is actually one of the things that excites me about living here. The fact that you get paid and what you take home is what you earn. Complete. Nobody takes anything from your salary. Nobody takes any deductions, no deductions whatsoever, and that's something that is quite beautiful. I love that. And even though that there's actually 5% VAT added to groceries, it's actually something you pay for groceries, and there was nothing like this before now. I think it was some years back that this whole 5% thing became a thing, but before there was nothing like VAT on anything. But the fact that they pay your salary, you don't have to pay tax for that. It's beautiful. Then next point, I can't even remember, I've lost count. I think number 5. If you are coming to Saudi Arabia and you're coming as a single female, I think I've made so many contents about what to expect and everything is on my channel, so you can feel free to proceed and just watch some of them. There's free accommodation for singles. If you're a single woman, a single female nurse, and you're coming to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, you should know that accommodation is free. They usually give you guys accommodation. There is a very beautiful quarter usually built for single doctors and single females just coming in by themselves, not coming in with their families. There's a place built for them, and the beautiful thing is that some of these houses, they are really fully equipped. They have amenities, they have very beautiful, they have nice recreational centers, they have gyms. There are some that I've seen that have swimming pools in them, inbuilt in the houses. If you see the houses, you will just wonder. Some looks extremely beautiful. They furnish it to be very comfortable for you. All the things you require to be comfortable living there, they make it available in those houses. And that's actually a very nice offer. That means that you don't have to worry about spending money on rent. You have to save your own money as a single female coming into this place. And look at it. Look at it from the bright side. It's a good thing. The opportunity to experience a new culture, in a new environment. For me, I'm someone that I always pride myself as someone that is quite adventurous. I love to discover things. I love to see things for myself. I love to just go to places. And I think Saudi, the offer that came with Saudi actually afforded me that opportunity to finally get to experience a different culture, a different people, a different, everything different, everything is different, a different people, different language, different cultural background, different kind, there's just so many things that are different about those people, and there's just so much diversity, exactly, and when you come in here, you come and see for yourself that there's so many things inherent here that ordinarily you would have known, except if you come in here and see it for yourself. So I feel like coming here actually afforded me the opportunity to see Saudi in another light, to experience another culture. Yeah, that's it for it. Then the next one is the weather. I always say that for me, this weather thing falls into what I like and what I do not like. First and foremost, Saudi is characterized by a very hot, arid temperature. The place is very hot. It can get as hot as 50 degrees, and even what's even 50 degrees, sometimes 110. It gets really hot, but Saudi is a desert, and it gets incredibly hot. And for someone like me, I have a very low threshold for cold. Saudi's weather is a bit fair. It's, for me, I think I prefer it. I will choose it over and over again over the very cold weather of the Western world. One thing that I do not like about the weather is that it's scorching, it's extremely hot. When you talk about something being hot, it's extra. The hotness, it goes as extra as it can get. And that's why you don't see a house that doesn't have an AC here, because of the kind of temperature they have. So because of that, they found a way to navigate around it. And for me, I rather choose that hotness and just be under AC than for me to face the constant cold ahead. So for me, I like the weather. I love that it's not a very cold weather. So, but for my dislike, it gets extremely hot. but then I can still make do with it. Then the next thing about why I love living in Saudi Arabia, the salary is quite fair. You know, it's attractive, it's a good salary. I think compared to what you're paid back home, this place is fair. It's actually good for someone that is starting out. Yeah, if you're actually enough to make you comfortable, that's just what I have to say. You can, depending on your experience anyways, you can earn enough to make you very comfortable. So yeah, Saudi is a country that has very beautiful tourist attractions. It's a very perfect tourist. Look at the camels, just so many things that just points you back to the olden days. Like, you don't ever miss opportunity of seeing the camels, you see the deserts. There's just so many historical things about that you get to see, like of the whole, you know, the skyscrapers, the beautiful city and everything. There are still some very preserved, you know, archaeological attractions. There are just so many things about this place that takes you back to the olden days. If you're someone that loves adventure, then you should consider coming here, because there are just so many beautiful things. You know, the mountains, when you go to Abha, the very beautiful city of Abha, hanging on top of the mountain, sights to behold. Or the beaches of Saudi Arabia that got me wowed. I didn't know Saudi had beaches. I had no idea, because of course I saw it as a desert. I mean, what can possibly come out of a desert? But then there are beaches here in the kingdom. There's just so many beautiful things. The scenery, the fine environment, the beautiful environment. I just love what these people did out of this place. You know, you look at these beautiful structures they were constructed in the desert. Like, just so many wowing things that were just like wow, with that mind-boggling. You know, here in Saudi Arabia, it's a very beautiful attraction. It's a very beautiful tourist destination, and I love that. There's something magical in Tabuk where it snows. Like, you guys, it snows in Saudi Arabia. The mountains of Saudi Arabia, it snows. So just so many things that would just want to make you scream, I want to go there. And yeah, I think you'll be taken away. So yeah, and that's something I've enjoyed since living here. I've got the opportunity to like travel and seen some parts of Saudi for myself, and I have really loved them. Yeah. Then the last but not the least, I always give an instance that the first time I came to Saudi, my very first impression of the Saudis was from a Saudi, of course, and it was just extremely kind. I see these people as people who are welcoming, they are hospitable, they are kind. Yeah, they are kind, they are very welcoming, they are friendly people, because they tend to like want to extend a hand of help to you. So when they see you, probably you're foreigner, they tend to be people who are nice. They tend to extend, you know, hands of kindness to you. I felt that even when I was in the hospital, you know, I didn't know a woman, and she just came in. We were just in the same ward, and she just felt the need to pack things and bring to me, because I was just in such a state that I didn't want to. I was just so weak to even get up. She just had to bring her own snacks to me. We hadn't met before, I haven't seen before, but she felt the need to do that for me. So yeah, I regard them as people who are kind. So yeah, that's actually one thing I love about living here. Sincerely, these are things I love about living here. Yeah, so if after watching this video, yeah, and you think that, well, this is good enough to make me want to come here, then why not give it a try? But then I always tell people, lower your expectations when you're coming here. You might think, oh, I'm going to come here and be posted to a big city. You don't always get to be in the big cities, and sometimes when you find yourself in the not so big cities, you know, you don't really get to, you will not love it. You will not love it. But if you find yourself in like a better, you know, a bigger community, you know, with more people, a bigger city, a more open city, you will definitely, you know, enjoy it. Definitely. So these are basically the things that I love about living in Saudi Arabia, and I hope that you that watched this video can take something out from this video, and you that still watched this video and you think you can relate to what I said, or you have lived here, please kindly drop your comment in the comment section, and I'll be waiting for you there. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.